A little past 6 o'clock, so let's call into session the September 25th, 2018 session of the City Planning Commission. This is a regular meeting of the Saginaw City Planning Commission. When the petition or site plan approval request in which you are interested is called, please come forward after the staff introduces the case. Please give your name and address to the secretary for the record. After the appellant's presentation, others may comment. An affirmative vote of the majority of the members present is necessary to grant a petition or special land use or site plan approval. Recommendations on all petitions made by the commission are then forwarded to the city council. If there are no further questions, the secretary will call the roll, and then the first item of business. Mr. Faust?
Jones? Hanley?
Here.
Bryan?
Here.
Doan? Zawerko?
Here.
Braley?
Here.
Nightingale? Nash?
Here.
We do have a quorum.
The next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the August 28th, 2018 meeting. Move to approve.
Support. Second. Third.
The motion's been made and supported to approve the minutes from August 28, 2018. In favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next is the approval of the agenda. Move to approve.
Second.
Motions are made and seconded to approve the agenda for this meeting. In favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next item is new business, case J18-0026, resubmitting of the site plan for the vascular clinic at 1514, 1520 North Michigan.
Don't need a reintroduction from staff, you all remember me. Good evening, everyone. My name is Scott Bell. I'm with Lapham Associates. I represent vascular health clinics with their proposed development of a clinic here in Saginaw on North Michigan Avenue across from Covenant. We have, after last month's meeting and being rejected, we have gone back to the drawing board, and we've worked with a new building footprint that we were able to make fit in an L shape that we could push to the front so we could get our parking in the rear. We had to make some other adjustments. The site was a little more difficult to work with that way as well, but we have our stormwater basin we have in the back, so we've accommodated the city stormwater requirements. Fortunately, water and sewer utilities are closer to the road, so we've easier to accommodate us with water and sewer, so we have a little savings in that as far as the site development goes. But what you have before you, sheet C5, our site plan shows we still have 18 parking spaces as was required. We have accommodated the setbacks, and we have a proposed entrance that on the southerly side of our 4 lots that we have acquired on Michigan Avenue for an entrance drive, with the parking primarily in the rear. We have accommodated the city's ordinance and requirements, I believe, for landscaping, still leaving my client some buffer between the sidewalk and the road and the building. We have that set back about 30 feet or 20 feet. I think it's a little over 20 feet that we have, and some landscaping up in the front of that as well as isolating the parking from that. We were able to put a little courtyard area. We have actually a little stormwater basin there to take on the runoff from the building. Building has, other than the floor plan, it has not changed substantially. The footprint got a little bigger. When we took our building and we bent it, we ended up with a square in there that we had to fill in with something. I think we just put a few more suites in there and some more space in the building itself. But exterior-wise, it looks the same. It's the same theory with, or theme with windows, glazing, and a dry masonry finish. So, with that, I believe engineering, haven't heard back from them, but I believe Michael did hear back from someone today. He was able to get a call back from them, and there's some minor issues with, I think, the depth of one of our pipes doesn't meet your requirements, so we might have to work with them on getting a variance, putting insulation over that pipe to keep it from freezing, but with the configuration of the site and the depth in the back and the road where it is, it's just, it wasn't gonna work. It's very difficult to make it work out and meet the 42-inch, I think, minimum cover over that pipe. So with that, I don't think there's really anything else. Everything is fairly similar to what you had seen before, other than the configuration of the lot, and I believe we comply with everything. So if there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer those.
Last month, we got elevations on this building, and with an east and west, north and south elevation. How much of that has changed? As far as, and specifically in terms of windows?
It looks the same, essentially. I believe that what there will be on the, let me think about this, what would be the north side, the side facing the parking lot with the county building. I believe there's very minimal windows on that side. I believe he has a medical suite that doesn't have any windows in it at all on that, in that wing, so that there wasn't anything close to the parking lot or the county's parking lot at the health department there. But overall, each of the rooms have a window just like they did before with shades, and essentially the building looks the same as what was proposed before. A little bit shorter than it is longer because now it's angled, so. And I don't know, did you ever get building elevations, Michael?
No.
No?
No.
I apologize. They're still struggling with trying to get the floor plan reworked, and obviously the builder didn't get the architect didn't get the elevations done, but it does, it's gonna look very similar to the same. It's very rectangular, sleek, and more modern looking than anything else, with, I think, that dry masonry and glass finish. Glass entryway with a foyer that would have sliding glass doors. And
What's your concern on that, Bob? I'm just curious.
Normally, we get that information for one of these meetings.
Okay.
And it was mentioned in our packet that we got that we would have elevations. I do not have elevations, but have asked the developer to send them for your review.
Okay, I just curious.
I apologize. I should have followed up on that. I had talked to the Great Lakes Bay, who was doing the architectural plans, and I guess I presumed that they had taken and gotten those to the city, but I didn't follow up on that before today's meeting, so I apologize.
Will this 1 month delay from August to September, will it impede your ability to finish by the end of the year?
That's a very good question. The builder's not here to ask that to. I would say yes. I think they were on a pretty aggressive schedule to finish by the end of the year. And being that you're finishing in December, it makes it very difficult to get a parking lot paving and landscaping completed. Those items would obviously have to roll over until spring probably anyhow. But I'm sure they would try and at least, what we typically do is try and get a base course of pavement down at least in the sidewalk, so you can open up, and then in the spring you just on a weekend have them come in and finish, put a top course on the pavement and landscape. But I would expect that, yes, by the end of the year, it might have to be an extra month granted to January, just because we're a month behind on it now as it is, so.
So it sounds like work's going to commence pretty quickly once.
I believe if we can get our approval that they're ready to pull the plug and start with construction right away, yeah. Get that site cleared and ready, and I believe that the doctor's taken possession of both the lots, and I know there was a tenant in one of the houses still, but I think he's been out now, so it's.
Oh. Any other questions?
Just to follow up on what Scott said, I did talk to Beth London this afternoon. She assured me that whatever differences they have right now will not stop the project, and that she expects that they can meet some requirements soon. She hopes to have a memo to the developer by the end of the week of what needs to be changed.
Any other questions, comments? Is there a motion?
remember in your motion that it is dependent on engineering approval.
Yeah. Okay, I move that we approve case 180026. Is that it? Yep. Yep. And I'd like to also add what the staff has said, that everything that engineering wants done is completed. And also, with this one, I would give them probably 9 months completion because of the winter weather that's gonna come. You'll never be able to get all your asphalt done by then. Probably not.
I'll support that motion.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any other discussion? All those in favor of approving the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is passed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the opportunity for public comment. Is there any comment from the public?
The person in the back.
The one that you can see?
Alrighty then.
Is there a motion for adjournment?
Motion.
Four.